everyone, I want to give you a quick overview of Edpuzzle and also a tutorial on how to integrate this into Canvas. Edpuzzle is a really awesome tool that you can use to embed questions into videos. So let's say you want to use the flipped classroom model and have students watch a mini lesson the night before so that they can come prepared to discuss it in class the next day. Edpuzzle is a great tool that you can add questions into videos so that they're able to answer them. You can check their understanding as they're watching the video. And it's also an accountability tool. You can assign the Edpuzzle to the students and it'll hold them accountable to make sure that they do watch the video the night before and they come to class prepared. This is the integration into Canvas that we'll talk about later, where you can create an assignment in Canvas and have the students complete the Edpuzzle. So what you're going to want to do is go to edpuzzle.com and you're going to find this page right here. If you don't already have an account, you're going to want to sign up by clicking the blue sign up button. You're going to tell them you're a teacher, and then you will sign in with Google with your KDISD Google account. So you'll click that and then choose your Google account. I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in over here. It's going to ask you this question every time. Sign in with Google and click my account. Once I log in, it's going to take me to my content. These are the videos that I've created or that I have made a copy of out of these resources right here. So Edpuzzle works with YouTube, it works with Khan Academy, any of these that are listed on this side. You can do TED Talks, and you can also search for content that's already made in Edpuzzle. So if I want to search the content in here, let's say I want to find a lesson about setting. I'm going to type setting and search, and it's going to show me here are some Edpuzzles that have already been made about setting. Here's some YouTube videos that I can use, and I could click on those and create my Edpuzzle. So I'm going to go back to my content. You can also manually add content. You can click this blue Add Content button right over here. You can create a video. You can upload a video if you already have a file saved. But what I like to do, especially for a flipped classroom model, I want to use Screencast-O-Matic. That's my preference because it allows you to record up to 15 minutes. I use the free version of Screencast-O-Matic. And so what I do is I record my video in there, and then it gives you the option to upload to YouTube. And so still using my KDISD Google account, I can create a YouTube account and have my videos uploaded into that. That's going to make it easier because I can either search for my video in this YouTube bar right here, or I can show you an awesome secret. If you go and search for Edpuzzle extension, they have a Chrome extension. If I click right here, it takes me to the Chrome web store. They have a Chrome extension that you can add, and I'll show you what this does. So what you'll do is click the blue button that says Add to Chrome. I already have it added, so I'm going to go over to YouTube. Now that I have the extension, what this does is any YouTube video that I pull up, I'm going to see this button right here where you can edit with Edpuzzle. And that way, sometimes Edpuzzle is very finicky, and you may not be able to find the video that you're looking for. So this way, you can find it in YouTube and edit with Edpuzzle. If I click this button, it's going to add it to my Edpuzzle, and I can go ahead and start editing this to create my lesson. So if you want to cut the video, maybe there's only a certain spot that you want the kids to watch, you can cut the video. You can do a voiceover, but for time's sake, I'm going to show you how to add questions. So you'll play the video, and maybe you'll want to get to a point where you want to ask a question. Let's say I want to add a question right here. You have the option to add a multiple choice question, you can add an open-ended question, or you can add a note. So maybe you are doing a test review and you want to give the kids a hint. Hey, you might want to know this. This is going to be important. So if you click on open-ended question, it'll give you a text box and you can type in your question. So what I would type, what is the setting of a story? And save. So what this will do is you can see this little dot right here. It'll show you that there's a question at that marker in the video. This is a great tool because in the settings, you'll be able to set it to where kids can't fast forward the video. They can't move forward and skip ahead. This way they're watching the entire video, they're answering all of the questions, and you can make sure that they aren't trying to get out of this. So once you've made your Edpuzzle, I'm going to finish, and I'm going to move this real quick. You can either click right here where it says assign and go to public links. So if you want to copy the link and paste it into Canvas, you could do that. But this is going to create a little bit of a headache. It's going to create more work for you. And you're going to have to go through Edpuzzle, watch all of their answers, watch their responses, and then go on into TAC and add those, manually add those grades into TAC. If you want to integrate this into Canvas, then what you'll be able to do is you'll actually be able to create an assignment and use the speed grader function in Canvas to grade their assignments. This is going to be less of a headache for you when it comes time to report grades into TAC. I always say work smart, not hard. So what you'll want to do is I'm going to X out of this, and I'm going to go to Canvas, because we are going to have to integrate this into Canvas because it's not already populated in our external tools. So what you want to do is you go to the course that you want to add Edpuzzle to. I'm going to use last year's, one of my master courses as an example. So if you click down here at settings, click settings, and then you're going to click apps, and you want to search Edpuzzle, and there it is. Then you're going to click Add App. That's going to ask you for this information, and you're like, where in the world do I find this? Not to worry, I will show you. So you're going to go back to Edpuzzle. You want to click on your face right here, or whatever avatar you have for your account. So if I click this, I click on my name, it's going to take me to this page. Then I want to click on School. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says LMS LTI integration. I click the drop down and I choose Canvas since that's what we use. And they are giving me my crazy codes right here. So for the consumer key, I can click this blue copy button. It copies to my clipboard. I go back to Canvas and I'm going to paste the consumer key here. I go back to Edpuzzle. I'm going to copy the shared secret, go back to Canvas, and paste the shared secret here. Then I'm going to click Add App. And it tells me that the app was added successfully. And to double check, if you go into your installed apps, you can see that Edpuzzle is there. It's also going to, eventually it will show up in this menu bar right here. So I have to go out of my course and back into it. I'm going to go back into my course, and now we see that Edpuzzle has shown up in here. Now I'm ready to create an assignment. So I'm going to go into modules, and I'm just going to use this module for an example. I'm going to add an assignment. So you click assignment, new assignment, and it already knows what I want to do, the mini lesson setting. And I'm going to add item. Now I'm going to publish it. And I'm going to click on the assignment, and I want to edit my assignment. Here I'm going to put my instructions. Please complete the Edpuzzle assignment. I would probably be a little more in depth, but for the sake of time, I'll leave it at that. We'll give 100 points. And then right here in the submission type, since this is an external tool, you're going to click the drop down, click external tool. Don't paste the URL here. Click on this find button. And then I'm going to extend that and look for Edpuzzle. So all of the external tools are going to be alphabetical. And now that I've added it, Edpuzzle will show up. If you don't go through that integration where you're adding all of the code, the shared secret, and the consumer key, it's not going to show up in these external tools. So you have to manually add this because it's not one of the apps that we have in Canvas already. So then I can click Edpuzzle. I'll click OK. And it shows me my Edpuzzles from my content. Now you're going to have to make sure that you won't be able to search through this one. You'll have to make sure that you have found the Edpuzzle that you want in Edpuzzle and add it to your content before you can assign it. So let's say I want this one. Click Watch. I can review the assignment, and then once I'm happy with it, I will click Assign. Now here are the settings. So yes, I want to prevent skipping. I don't want my students to skip through the video. This is a really awesome accommodation that we can provide to students. You can turn on closed caption and it will automatically create captions for your video. So even if you've created this, it won't make you go type it in. It will make the captions for you. So I think that's really awesome for us to give to the kids. So click Assign. And select, and we are finished. So now we're going to give it a due date. Let's say I want it due next Friday. And I'm going to save. Now this is not how it's going to look to the kids. It's going to be much bigger. This is our view, and so this is how it looks to us, but the kid, it's going to show us who's participated, but it's not going to look like this to the kids. It's going to look like the main video. Okay? So this was a very quick overview on Edpuzzle. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions about Edpuzzle, about integrating it into Canvas. I will say just some quick tips on integrating it into Canvas. If you try to create an assignment and then you remember that, oh man, I've got to add those codes, the consumer key and the shared secret, and you forgot to do that before you created the assignment, you'll have to delete that assignment and then go back in and add a new assignment once you've integrated it into Canvas. I don't know why that is, but I struggled with that and I realized that I was creating the assignment before I integrated it into Canvas, and so it wouldn't let me choose it. So if you run into that problem, that's the way to fix that. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope that this helped you, and we are going to have a very positive and a very flexible school year.